Welcome to episode 9 of the Mainly Wrestling Show. I'm Jack Miller, once again joined by John Jacobs and Lissy Almeida. Don't mention her government name. 3 of us in 3 different countries at present, and here to bring you the wonderful JJ, you fellas, and you tell us what we're watching today, because it's the first time you've been allowed to pick something, and you've taken
Finally, guys, they let me pick something. I wanted to do it on the anniversary of this, February 23rd, 2010. I'm sure you'll all remember the date, written in infamy. Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan's debut on WWE TV. It's NXT Season 1, Episode 1. Let's do it. I mean, I don't think
I was looking for an intro of why you want to watch it, not what you were actually going to watch, but
that works.
This is the first time that I ever saw Daniel Bryan, and I fell in love with him that night in an instant. It's different to anything that we've ever watched, and Jack, you've never seen it, so I think it will be entertaining and amusing to see your reactions to this.
I got back into WWE in 2010 because I heard Danielson was there, but I remember watching because it'd be on Sky at weird times, especially in the casino, because it was always the Grosvenor Casino. They'd always have Sky Sports on. But I remember watching a few times, and he was getting beat in 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm thinking, this is me in 2010 going, he's the best wrestler in the world. What the fuck going on? So I give up, and then I got brought in again when Punk went all rogue in 2011, and that went tits up. So yeah, this is very much as we saw with was it the 2010 Royal Rumble we watched? Yeah, that was actually quite fun.
Yeah,
it was a CM Punk here. Yeah,
I was completely oblivious to that, and that was quite good. So yeah,
well,
I will say that. So this is the second thing that you've recommended, JJ, but the first for the channel. Let's say you're a woman who's followed wrestling for almost forever, it seems. What are your memories of 2010 when it comes to the professional wrestling landscape?
Well, much like you, my friend, I saw that Daniel Bryan, I don't know what to call him sometimes.
Let's call him Daniel Bryan for the purpose of this.
Yeah.
Call him what he was calling Ring of Honor, which is Mr. Small Package.
Okay. That's what she said. But yeah, like I know what you mean, Jack. I remember it's like it's that you're starting on zero because you're starting in WWE, right? So we're like, oh my God, he's the best wrestler in the world right now. But coming to WWE, they're like, this new kid, this young guy. We're like, wait, this guy's wrestled all over the world, but it's fine. JJ, like you, I was watching heavily at this time, and if you remember, they kind of had it as like a segment on Raw too, where they'd like bring them out and they had them paired with pros. And I distinctly recall Daniel Bryan saying, I had asked for them to pair me, or I wish they paired me with William Regal, but he got stuck with The Miz. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow, I remember. But yeah, it was a good time. And then there was a lot of other talented people in that particular class too. But it's the beginning of NXT. So what are you gonna do?
That pairing him with Miz was actually genius. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
it was great.
This was I don't know if you guys remember. Used to be CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon. Do you guys remember that guy?
That guy?
Yeah. So his plan was, he was running WWE at the time, and his plan was
still running WWE now, pal.
To make Daniel Bryan a star in one night. That's what his plan was for this episode of NXT. And so he paired him with The Miz, and he had Michael Cole on commentary, absolutely destroying Bryan for being this, like tiny little guy.
Look at this vegan.
Nothing. And so pairing him with The Miz, that was a thread throughout a lot of his WWE career. Like, they would clash a number of times. I think his first title win was the US title, beating The Miz a number of years down the line. But that was the idea. That was LTST, right? Long-term storytelling. So that was part of the plan.
Can I just tell you, The Miz is a top-tier heel.
Sorry, listener.
No, the Miz is a top-tier heel in my opinion. And you just see, don't shake your head. You don't even watch wrestling. You can't talk about it.
I watched the clips, and I think he's awful. Clips.
Oh, please. No, he is. He's a top-tier heel. Come on. Like, look at that pairing.
Watch him put Daniel Bryan over in this next 45 minutes.
Genius. Just wait. We'll take your poll after.
Let's jump into it. Let's jump into
She's
it.
got a blow dry. She's feeling extra sassy today. Good Lord. Right, JJ, you've given us the details for NXT. It's WWE NXT 9355. Listen, if you're watching on the cock, where do you go?
God, if you can find anything on there, it's NXT Season 1, Episode 1, nice and easy today.
Nailed it.
Easy, just like us. And we're going to click play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Go.
Then, now, forever, right? Until you
now, forever together.
And
it's
then
just,
you leave.
It's just a running joke now. Stop it.
So for the purpose of the viewers, I am sat in a hotel room in London. I ordered room service before we recorded. They brought me a beer. Great. There's no fucking bottle opener. So I'm going to go and ring them. And
go ahead. The opening credits are running. Go ahead.
A bottle opener.
Who knew that John Jacob?
Are you using the hotel phone? Don't put it on your face. It's dirty.
Said.
This is a great song, by the way.
He's gonna be like, "Hello, mate."
Such a good intro song.
Oh, Lisa, you're better than that.
What?
With the English voice.
I know. I wasn't trying.
Did you miss Ryback there?
Fucking Ryback.
The big guy.
Wade Barrett.
Jericho with Wade Barrett.
Do you know, JJ? Wade Barrett, huge Preston fan. We had him in the bank to do some filming at Preston, and he got called back by WWE and had to stay and piss in Florida.
Heath Slater.
My name is Stu Bennett. What is that? Oh,
it's so crazy. Like,
this is so. Look at Danielson, the only one not acting like a knobhead.
I haven't seen these guys in so long. Like, even
he's like, what am I?
Why is Ryback a cowboy?
Skip Sheffield.
Could we just like skip over him?
The walking meme.
Completely skip over him.
They're not answering. They know I'm angry.
Damn it. And Darren Young, John Cena's brown twin. Heath Slater. Oh my God, he has kids, guys.
The unified tag team and United States champion, The Miz. And I am one of 8 NXT pros. And my NXT rookie is Daniel Bryan.
Room 402.
Daniel Bryan is an internet darling.
Yeah, I ordered
room
room service, but they didn't
became a
bring
star on the minor leagues, on the independents.
Sorry, JJ, are you actually on the call here?
Tell me where.
Oh, hello. I'm in room 402, yeah? I've ordered room service.
I'm wearing a dressing gown. Why do you ask, sir?
Thank you, bye.
Why am I speaking this tone? It's because I'm naked. My balls are dropping very low today. It's the weather, darling. It's just the humidity.
Oh my
Just
God.
makes me the Simpsons scene. You're going to have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
Shut up and watch The Miz put him over.
So I think you guys, are you in like the opening, the pyro right now? Because mine
We're at 246, 247, 248.
We've got The
but
Miz talking to Brian. There's
mine
no
had a
pyro.
longer, different intro, but it's
Okay.
just, okay, now it just says
Who's Ginger bloke in the background?
the
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater.
He's got kids. He's a multi-time tag team champion with Rhino. Come on.
Is this right? I saw a video. Is this where Brock Lesnar comes out and he goes, "I got kids. I don't give a shit about your kids."
Yes, he's
That
the
guy.
one. He said that was a few years ago. But
Didn't he lose like a 500 matches in a row or something?
no, that was Hawkins.
Right.
What was
Kurt
his name in
Hawkins,
WWE? Was it Kurt Hawkins or Curtis Hawkins?
Kurt Hawkins, and he was tag team with Zack Ryder.
So
Yeah. He was
it's
on a
quite
losing
weird
streak.
then, isn't it? Because looking what NXT looks like here, and given what it went to under Triple H, and where it is now, it's like they just.
It's a different show. It's a completely different show.
It's
This
so
was
different.
This
Why?
was not
Whoa. One sec. Why is he billed as being from Las Vegas, Nevada?
Who?
Daniel
you
Bryan from Las Vegas, Nevada.
He probably misspoke. I don't know.
This television show.
But guys, no, because Jack, this is like before Raw or whatever, they would do like the taping for this. Now NXT is its own show. Because what they did was NXT was like as a like a competition or like, you know, like those making the band type of shows.
It was like a tough enough hybrid show. It was like a tough enough thing, but in the ring. And in front of a live audience. That was what the idea was.
Yeah,
and this was
really finale.
Anything like what Black and Gold was.
You've got to remember, JJ, my business account for JJM Sports my business name was American Dragon's British Cousin. My ring, there you go, there's a date. God, I feel like Tony Khan. My name on the Ring of Honor forum was American Dragon's British Cousin. And then I watched this.
This is Daniel Bryan's first ever promo in WWE.
You trying to say we should listen to this?
Yeah, we should. There you go. Loves Regal.
Whatever happened to this guy? Where is he now? Is he in it?
He's not even in WWE anymore. I don't know where he's gone.
He's gone back to the minor leagues, pal.
In bingo halls.
There's a guy on
bingo
Twitter.
Halls.
I think he's called JD from NY who just trolls at AW all the time. Immediately now Triple H has got NXT. They're all going to come crawling back to the big leagues now. Trips in charge. The McMahon Helmsley era is back again, baby. Long-term storytelling, baby.
That's what I was hoping we were going to talk about today because I have many thoughts.
Are you going to go like Steph 2003 on us?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Why would I?
Why not? So what are your thoughts on the $1 billion princess?
Well, obviously, I love Steph and I'm really happy to see her in her rightful position. So nothing but,
Chairwoman.
Nothing but good feedback around that part of the decision. Obviously, happy to see Triple H as head of creative. I think it's refreshing for lack of a better term, right? It's just refreshing to have, new management. If you think that you're not going to see some people that were let go at other points come back, you're crazy. You're fucking crazy. Or people that just maybe they didn't want to resign or whatever, maybe they will now.
So Johnny Gargano's back.
Johnny Gargano,
right?
His boy.
I think it's going to be it's going to be slow, but you can already see just this week, little bits like Alexa Bliss going, yeah, fuck this doll. Whoever wins between Beck and Bianca, I'm next. Just getting rid of the shit and just going, hey, here's this girl who Triple H brought through NXT, was incredible talent, got to the world title level, and then just got stuck with a gimmick that didn't work for her. No one took seriously, and now they've just gone, no, get rid of that. You're a serious competitor now, and instantly propelled her to the world title scene.
And there literally was nothing wrong with her previous gimmick at all.
No.
What, Jack? What?
I think we're going to see titles meaning something. Oh, my bottle opener's here, guys.
What, Jack?
This Zoom meeting's going to end in 10 minutes just because we don't.
Oh, Jack, I've seen it. Oh,
Thanks
shit.
Do you need it back? No. Okay. Cool.
It's only in 2 parts. I was going to ask, how badly is Bruce Pritchard sweating right now? You didn't realize how he was sacked the first time?
I think he has a lot of cause for concern because, it's new management. He's old management.
Cheers, guys.
Not just that.
Stephanie sacked him in 2008.
Camden
because he brought a gun to a creative meeting.
Oh, he did?
And she said, fuck you, Bruce. Go home. You're not welcome here.
I'm bringing a gun to a knife fight.
This is a knife.
Why would anyone in his or her right mind show up in any professional capacity unless you're a law enforcement officer with a firearm? It doesn't make sense. America, exactly.
Why? Because I got the right to bear arms. That's why. No.
Don't get me started. Just don't get me started. I live in Florida. Everyone here has a gun for absolutely no reason.
Do you have a gun?
No.
That's what you got. I got
do.
these guns.
Good.
Look at this one. Fucking dad joke 101.
Nailed it.
Hey, in a couple of years, he's going to find that hilarious. American
Jack,
Pie.
I'd like to know, outside of Brian and Wade, who stands out to you the most on this episode? It'll be interesting.
So far,
no, like at the end of it, like I'd be curious who stands out. Obviously, Brian is made to be the star, but it would be interesting to see if anyone else like does anything to you.
Let's watch the promo.
What I think about is at some point, I'm gonna get him back. And Miz, I guarantee you one thing: I slap a lot harder than you do.
Well, hang on a second. He's your mentor. I mean, the WWE is all about respect, and with all due respect to you as well, how can you say that?
I can say that because I've been in this business for twice as long as he has.
You haven't been in the WWE for a minute. You want to be a star or not?
It's not WWE.
I want to be a star, but I can be a star on my own.
If you want to be a star, you'll have to listen to The Miz. But I do admire the confidence. That's what it takes in the WWE.
And
I
ladies and
fucking
gentlemen,
hate
what Daniel
Matt
Bryan
Striker.
doesn't know.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Carlito was still around in 2010.
Michael Tarver. You know who he is now?
Do you know what, right? No idea.
Not me either.
I'm just thinking, like, people mock Adam Cole. Carlito is not looking like a professional athlete right now.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying, given the abuse Adam Cole gets, like, every day online, Carlito was still around in 2010. Looking like that. I remember I got back into wrestling in 2005, and Carlito was a big deal, right?
Mm.
But why is he? Wow. So, listen, explain to me, what is this look he's sporting in the interview?
Can I ask you a serious question? What are you in this queue? Because I'm like, show me where you are.
11:49, 11:50, 11:50.
I know I'm 11:49 too, but I think my 11:49 is a little further back because you guys were like straight to the content. Mine had some warm up videos because remember
we've got Michael Tarver
like he's dressed like Conan a little bit. I don't want to say anything that might be deemed.
Who are you talking about? Ochanga?
Michael Tarver.
I don't know who this guy is.
Who's Michael Tarver?
The big black guy that came up with Carlito.
Been plaguing this podcast for 2 minutes now, Lissy.
Jack, you can track it and Lissy can find it.
Yeah, can you show me? Because I feel like I'm in the wrong place. I'm not kidding. I'm an idiot. Oh my god.
By the way, this says we've got 5 minutes remaining meeting.
Leave me out of it. I'm an idiot. No, that's terrible. Whatever that is, that's terrible.
12:40 now.
You know what? I need to stop. You
know what happened here? You know what's happened here, right? Vince and whoever's running.
When I clicked something, I started in the same place as you guys, and then when I clicked something, it went to the next video by accident. Sorry, I'm like,
Jack,
how did this happen?
Jack, have you clocked that we've got 5 minutes left in the meeting time?
He knows. He had a heart attack about it while you were getting your
okay, cool.
We haven't filmed the podcast in that long. When I tried to sign in as Knockout Entertainment, it gave like a suspicious login attempt, and I needed Rob to go into his email and verify, and he wasn't.
Rob. Okay, where are we now? What's the minutes? I'm sorry, I'm in the right place now.
Christian's coming out with Heath Slater, 13:23, 4:05.
Oh, perfect. I'm in the right place.
Boom.
Can we just say this is 2010, right? Christian looks even better now, 12 years on.
I mean, he hasn't changed.
He's got the proper I can say this is a guy, right? He's got the hot dad vibes, Christian, at the minute.
Oh yeah, he totally does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know whether I'm comfortable saying the word DILF, but
yeah, that's too
far.
far.
Imagine there's a lot of 30-year-old guys, mid-30s women going, he's fucking hot. Hey, I think he's a hot man. I'm comfortable with my sexuality.
So Heath Slater was in 3MB with Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal.
I only know 3MB due to the What Culture previews.
Okay. Three-man band.
Do we have a mouse or something in the fridge? That's quite worrying.
And he formed a tag team later on down the line with Rhino. They won the SmackDown tag team titles, I think, or whatever it was at the time.
Oh, I tell you what. Speaking of, I popped my tits off. I watched the Roman segment last night with Austin Theory.
Oh yeah,
that was
he's not here anymore.
Daddy's not here anymore. That segment for me was the equivalent of The Rock burying Billy Gunn in 1999. Oh dear God!
You guys are fools. That was cute though. Roman's low-key a savage.
Wise man, we like him, right? Yeah, I like you. But get out of my ring. I think we call that big dick energy, right?
Wait, Jack,
like
do you want to talk about Flair's last match?
We will do it in part 2, darling.
What's part 2? We don't have no part 2.
When this
We're
meeting
gonna
time
close,
ends.
and then we're going to send it to Joseph.
Oh,
And there's a very good chance that we've been filming for 15 minutes right now. Anyone who watched the preview I posted on our multitude of social channels, I've fucked off by now.
this is fine.
We're doing this for ourselves.
We love it.
So we've got a tag team match: Heath Slater with his pro Christian versus Michael Tarver and Carlito.
I'm really worried. So I'm next to the fridge freezer. It sounds like there's something like rattling about in the back.
Tarver, you can imagine if Vince was watching this, like that would be his kind of guy, right?
God damn it, pal. Look at him. You can't bump and feed, though.
I love when you do Vince's voice. It's
Just look at him. I've been watching a lot of... Do you know what? I know Vince is... Right, we'll go into that in part 2, but some of the stuff he did from 98 to 2002 is so fucking funny, which makes it even more annoying that he's just a massive sex pest.
It's not a surprise though, is it? Allegedly, Jack, allegedly.
Some of the... So I was watching back the... it was the lie detector test with Captain and Mr. America, whatever Hulk Hogan is. I'm many things, but I am not a pervert. It's his facials. He sells everything so brilliantly.
He's born for this.
Like, 2, only 2. Ooh. So what happened to Carlito? Was he became a tag team, right, with his cousin?
Yeah. Wait, no, that was his brother.
Primo Cologne.
Primo. And then their
cousin though.
And then their cousin, yes. And then their cousin Epico. So they had a tag. Then Primo and Epico were a tag team. But fun fact.
The kind of tag team that spent a lot of time in catering.
I know, it was sad. Remember when they brought them back as the oh my god, it was like the Matadors or something?
Wow.
And
Tito Santana. Ole.
Yeah, like they had like masks on them. We're like, we know who's under there, but anyway.
Like Tony Atlas coming back as like the fire guy, right?
It's just ridiculous.
When we return from this enforced Zoom excursion, we need to discuss the fact that I heard on a podcast.
JJ, hold that thought. 17. Help pause it at 18 minutes exactly. Let's try that minor alteration, and we're going to click play again for the second time.
At 18 minutes exactly.
18 minutes.
Nobody's watching. 3, 2, 1.
Don't say nobody's watching. I'm watching.
So what I was going to say was some podcasters that I have a lot of respect for. Grapsody. 3 black men, different perspectives, as their theme song says. They did a Mount Rushmore of tag teams, and
this is one for Lissy.
Between 3 of them, they were pretty unanimous on, and I'm sorry, Young Bucks, Usos, New Day,
Lissy's face.
I think it was.
Is this current tag teams? That's the.
No. All time.
Oh.
Who
where's
are the guys
FTR?
in TNA? Who are the guys in TNA? Not Beer Money. I'm struggling to think.
Motor City Machine Guns?
Motor City Machine Guns. There you go.
I've got a match for us to watch next week, by the way. Motor City Machine Guns v the Briscoes from 2007. It's fucking...
That was basically the 4 tag teams that they settled on. Young Bucks, Motor City Machine Guns, Usos, and New Day.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
I'm listening.
have you heard of TLC? You didn't include any of them. Like,
I mean, I think you
know
kind
that
of
the
have to-
80s exist.
you have to have the Dudleys just because
Okay.
their tenure, their championship reign history. You have to have the Dudleys.
This really just.
I think you have to have the Hardys.
Yeah. No, you can have the Hardys. What's wrong with that, Jack? They are all time.
And yeah, they're up there. They're up there.
Okay. I'm sorry. Did anyone say the Legion of Doom?
Nope. Didn't even enter the conversation.
This,
The worst one
this is
for
why
me,
Liz is on this
actually,
podcast because she's
worst one for
again
me-
wrestling history. The Road Warriors drew more money as a tag team than anyone in the 80s and the 90s.
Right. Has
the
anyone heard
worst
of the
one
Legion
for
of Doom?
me was
The Heart
worst
Foundation?
One, guys, the worst one was
One
the
sec, JJ.
Oh, sorry.
Is that Serena Deeb?
Yes, it is.
Holy
Remember she
shit.
had shaved her head? Jack, we talked about this when we watched the 2010 Royal Rumble. She had shaved her head to become part of the Straight Edge Society.
And she got a boob job, and she referenced this on Dynamite recently, where she was like, I fucking shaved my head and got a boob job for these perverts just so I could get a job. And how funny is that now that she basically called Vince a pervert, and then 2 months later, all this has come up.
I noticed that she had them removed. It looks better. It looks better.
I only know
They were
her,
way too big.
I only know her as Serena B. I didn't even realize she had big boobs. Did you have bigger boobs then? I didn't notice.
Yeah, they were huge here. They were massive.
She got a boob. Oh, wow. She really wanted to make it in WWE.
Did you even notice that Luke Gallows was there?
Yeah, you didn't even notice.
Do you know what? Again, from when I got back into watching.
That was like.
And the other guy was CM Punk. Just to clear it up, that was CM Punk.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
I just saw the girl with the shaved head and went, "Oh my god, that's really deep."
Yeah.
I mean, good spot, to be fair, because it's not obvious.
I got back into watching SmackDown like 2006, 2007 when Kennedy was there and Jesse and Festus was there. I remember thinking,
I absolutely love this CM Punk music, by the way. I love this music.
Yeah.
Who's the weird guy with them?
This is Darren Young.
That's Darren Young.
So this is CM Punk's student for NXT. Yeah. Darren Young, who, by the way, is doing some incredible stuff on the indie scene, but he joined up with Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil. I can't remember the name of their tag team. Lissy, do you remember?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh my God. It's like on the tip of my tongue right now.
But he was one of the first out of the closet wrestlers in WWE.
Yes.
So.
Oh, we don't say out of the closet. We say openly gay.
Openly
We're British,
gay.
darling.
I know. I'm translating it for.
I was looking for the word.
The Americans.
So in the older generation would say something like he bats for the other team. So what?
Yeah. Oh my God. Someone. It's like I think it's important.
Punk is like, I do not give a fuck. Like, yeah. I'm not going to tell you anything.
He's got some his thighs are really impressive.
Who, Darren Young?
Yeah, he's got some proper legs on him.
He had a great look. I mean, look at him in the face. Doesn't he look like John Cena?
You recognize this guy, Jack, right?
No.
This is David Otunga. He got a commentary spot for a long time.
Yeah.
On various shows in WWE.
Was also engaged to Jennifer Hudson, a very big singer and actress.
His body looks really out of proportion. I can't work it out.
So it's funny when we saw him on here because a few years prior, remember when like the celebrity dating reality shows were huge?
Right.
So he was on I Love New York, trying to date Tiffany Pollard on the show. And he's actually like a Harvard educated attorney. And he turned, he did the reality TV thing.
Harvard Law, right.
Yeah, got with Jennifer Hudson. They have a son together, I believe. And then he did WWE, and he was around for a long time.
They're trying to put him here as like some black icon because...
Well, they called him, I think he was kind of like a Hollywood guy. Like, that's kind of how they positioned him.
But they've inserted clips here of Barack Obama, The Rock, say, who's the... Perry?
Well, they're kind of trying to...
Not Perry Mason. Who's the...
No, they're building up his credentials. That's what they're trying to say. Like, he's an A-list guy sort of thing.
His jacket is horrendous.
Yeah, that jacket was not it, but...
Yeah. He's got a serious top half to him.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened with him? Why
Jack,
did he make you as a wrestler?
Hard to say, really.
I listened to the Jim Ross podcast, right? And they kind of intimated that they kept him around because they wanted his missus to sing the national anthem, right?
Yeah, but she didn't like living under their spotlight.
Obviously. What's up? What's up?
Just Lissy's getting that
About truth,
back,
right?
Absolute banger here from Ron.
Can we just say as well, Ron Killing
up?
hasn't aged a day in 20 years.
This guy
30.
today, he looks
This
the same.
fucking guy!
This fucking guy. He's 50 years old. He looks amazing.
What's up? What's up?
Who doesn't like our truth, by the way? He's just like so funny. Like all the angles that he does. Like I hope he just has a job
He's
for
amazing.
life.
There is
He's
just
amazing.
something so endearing of people who... It's a very British thing as well. No offense to the Americans, which is probably why he gets loved even more. Oh, I don't like it. That hairstyle's very old out there. Being able to make fun of yourself is such a likable quality.
Yeah.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Which is why Regal got over so huge, because he made himself look so stupid. And he's always said a little bit of carry on, a little bit of wink. And I know this is a bit daft, but I'm going to go along with it.
He's a genius.
He is. Something about being a self-deprecating Brit just...
I got to tell you.
That's why you're on the podcast, right, Lissy? That's why you're on the podcast.
I got to tell you, Regal's commentary on Death Before Dishonor, he added so much to all of the matches that he commentated on. Like, just the little things that he says, like, the almost like teaching moments that he brings. They tell the story of the match, like the stuff that he said. Like, I think that made the Yuta versus Garcia match for me. Like,
it did,
and that was a phenomenal match. But like, he just brought so much more to it and elevated the story that they're trying to tell. That's
he
what
just
commentary
dissects
should do.
it, because like people are just watching wrestling, right? You don't know why you're turning this guy's arm this way. You don't know why you're maneuvering the way that you're moving. He'll be like, you do this because it cuts off your air supply. It makes it very hard to breathe. It does this, it does that. Like, he just adds that level of science that, like, I mean, I enjoy having things broken down like that. And then he helps with that storyline building too. Like, just 100%. Like little stuff where he's like, you know, when he talks about like Bryan Danielson, and he's like, I gave him those trunks and he wore them for his time in ROH and stuff like that. And it shows why he's affiliated with these guys. He's not just picking these guys up off the street. They're not pairing them together in creative. I hope it's like he has a relationship with them, and it helps that storyline and that connection.
Have either
Jack,
of you
if you wanted to know, say again.
Have either of you listened to his podcast, Gentleman
I've
Villain?
not tuned in.
This is the only podcast I watch.
Highly recommended. It is so good. And the one last week, he goes into a massive rant about the and he's not like that old timer guy. He said, look, I check my phone twice a day. I'm there to do a job. I'm paid as a talent, and I'm there to get better for myself and help the product improve. He said the amount of time people are just there messing around on the phone. You've got me here, you've got Jim Ross, Dean Malenko, Tony Schiavone, Trish Jericho, and there are people there just laughing and joking with themselves. Go and ask these people for advice. So I came to America in 1993, and there's Rick Rude there. There's Paul Orndorff. There's Arn Anderson. And what was I doing? I was picking their brain. Oh, what if I do that? What if I do that? And he went, I don't want to be one of those gold timer guys. You should. But it staggers me that people are just hanging around in their own little groups. It's not about wrestling, good. But these people are talking about what they saw on TV, what they're going to eat. You're at work. Go to work.
But there are resources. Like, you have to make use of the resources that you have available. Like, you don't get, I mean, especially now that like I work in
go on
with my current life
in the business, like, baby.
No, but like, it's so cool when you have like somebody that comes in to do, you know, they're just coming in as a guest, and they sit down and they talk with you know, the boys, and they're like, hey, we're here to do this, we're here to do that, or like they just give advice and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, this person's on national TV every week. Maybe you should fucking listen to them. Or this person has done all of these things. Like, it's great to see that, you know, people still want to have that old school respect, because that's the thing. Regal's old school, right?
That's the word.
Like, it's and I'm not just talking about in wrestling, I'm just talking about overall. Like, there's a lot that we can learn from the previous generation, regardless of what field you're in. And I think that kind of goes away because everybody's like this all day, you know, and it's
we all are, like, let's be fair,
yeah,
like we've all been in those situations. Like, we all have times where we're on our phones too much. It's tough. Yes. Like,
Guilty.
And when I don't have my phone in my pocket, like, I instinctively like reach for it in certain situations where I definitely shouldn't. I'm like, oh, it's not there. I guess I'd have to have a conversation or something.
Shocking.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so, but like, that is it. So and Jack, you know, you'll have this situation. I'm sure a lot of people elsewhere, like, you going to restrict your kids from having screen time, but how can you be that hypocrite when you're going to be sitting there on your phone over, you know, like spending time with them and playing with them and stuff like that? I think we all do it and just waste so much time on our phones.
100%.
For the last 2 days, I ran out of 3G because, you know, I'm posting shit online constantly over my myriad of accounts. But I started a new job last week and no one's told me the Wi-Fi code, and I don't want to be that guy. So give me the Wi-Fi because I want to be looking on. So for the last 2 days, I haven't actually been able to do anything on my phone, say at work, and I've actually found myself talking to people more and finding out about, oh, this is this guy, he does that, and this guy, and I'm quite happy. And I'm not going to ask now because it's probably a healthier thing. What you say, JJ,
sure.
if I'm playing with George, he will look at me. Say if I've got him between my legs, he will look around and look up. I'd say 20 times within like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was reading an article on this. If he sees me looking on my phone rather than looking at him, he's going to take that as a mental, like, why is that more important than me?
Yeah, it is.
So I now try to just not, unless it's like, by the way, I'll be at work in 10 minutes, or by the way, Lorraine, whatever. I try not to do it because I realized I did it, not a lot, but more than I should. So if I've got him there, I just don't touch it. And it's like you said, I was just on it too much. So I appreciate and if you're from Regal's generation, right? He grew up in the 80s as a 15, 16-year-old getting stretched. Oh wow, this is legit. This is a weird version of Jericho.
Just Jericho and his student is Wade Barrett, who obviously
it's not a weird version. He was this version of Jericho for some time. You weren't watching.
But I'm saying it's weird for me.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Because I remember Jericho as 98, the Lion Tamer.
Long hair. I know.
2000, Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, and then the 2002, the beard. 2006, I think he came back with the Code Breaker. And then he obviously was the champion. But really annoys me. Wade Barrett is from Preston, big Lancashire town. Why has he got a white rose on his lapel? He should have a red rose. Lancashire is a red rose county. It's the War of the...
If you're not British, you don't know about the War of the Roses.
Murder beef. You know your British history.
Isn't it funny how many of the family? How many? I was going to say, isn't it funny how many of the NXT pros are now AEW? So you've got Jericho, you've got Matt Hardy, Punk. I was going to say Brian, but Brian's actually the rookie. But I was having that conversation that I think we've all had, where you say to someone, "Oh, I'm into wrestling," and they go, "Oh, I used to like wrestling. Who's still there?" And you go, you know. You mentioned names that they might have known, and I mentioned Jericho, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I used to love Jericho, this and that." And we sort of had that conversation about how impressive it's been over the years for Jericho to have reinvented himself, because he does repeatedly. He is like the Madonna of professional wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, Madonna was so good at reinventing herself as an artist throughout the various stages.
Mr. Milner, go ahead, you have the floor.
Thank you, Lissy. Can we discuss last week's Barbed Wire Everywhere match?
No.
What the fuck was that?
Don't bother. I haven't even watched it. I saw the highlights. Couldn't be bothered.
Do you know what? I watched AEW on ITV4, which we got out here on Catch Up in June. That cut off at about an hour and 30. And I skipped to the last 10 minutes of the main event. What the fuck?
Very ghetto. Do not recommend.
The first thing I thought was the show was so weird, so everywhere. So FTR, brilliant. Jade Cargill, a star. Kira
By the way,
Hogan.
Jack, this is the main event. Daniel Bryan versus Chris Jericho.
He gets beaten like 3 minutes, and I watched this on YouTube before.
No. He doesn't get beaten in 3 minutes.
Okay.
This is a good match. It's genuinely a good match.
Yeah.
I'm so anal, right? Why is he from Las Vegas? That makes no sense.
Just leave it alone. Stop.
Why change it?
I cannot tell you this enough times. I don't know why I have to keep telling you. Stop applying logic when you watch wrestling.
It's like Jericho for about 2 years, right? Was announced as being from Orlando, Florida.
It's too much, guys.
From Orlando, Florida, by way of Winnipeg, Manitoba,
I'm
Canada.
from Winnipeg, you idiot.
Just leave it alone. No, but Jack, I know what you're saying. Like, because I know that you don't particularly love that sort of matches where, as we call them, the spot fest or whatever. But that's really the pace that people really like now. But also, save something. Like, save something. We don't have to have a ladder match or a cage match every week.
Why a match on TV? Like,
yeah, we don't have to. I mean, it's cool if you like it, but I mean, also I'm not really into like the super gory type of matches either. Like the like death match style. I mean, that's almost there, right? That's not really my genre that I enjoy the most, but I mean, I get some fans do like it. So I get it at the end of the day.
Oh,
we got to change with the times, Jack.
Never. I'm going to try. Do we try and get an interview with Dax anyway? Next week.
Dax, call us.
I actually messaged him last week saying, Uncle Dax, that link you put up, I've just gone to buy one of your t-shirts and the link doesn't work. So can you sort that out?
Oh, did you see they're making the jackets? I'm going to order one. $130.
135. I was going to buy one, but 135 is a lot of money.
It's a little steep. And what if they win more belts? That jacket's going to be obsolete.
I told you I bought the 6-star FDR fucking t-shirt, and then they went and won another one, became 7-star the week after.
Yeah, that's the problem. When you do stuff like that, it's like, whoa, this is only for some time, but that's fine. But, limited edition.
Listen, JJ, was that the blow-off? Is Eddie finished now? The babyface picks a stipulation, the blow-off match, he still loses.
It's poor. You guys know how much I love Eddie. You know how much I hate Bryce Remsburg for screwing him out of the TNT title, right? Fuck Bryce Remsburg. End of. But
what?
You don't remember?
It was Miro, right? It was Miro.
It was Miro, yeah. JJ remembers.
I remember. That became a thing. Fuck Bryce Remsburg.
Fuck Bryce Remsburg.
Fuck
it didn't
Bryce
become a thing. It's still a
Lethal.
thing.
Was this when I was on my hiatus? You guys know I was on strike for a little while.
No, we talked about this a lot.
You were on strike from us. You're on strike from Ring of Honor, AEW. I'm so tired. Everything blends together now. It's just.
Do you feel like that sometimes when I watch too much? Like when I watch too much wrestling, like you guys know, I took a little break. So I'm glad that we also took a little break from filming so that we could just chill. But
I mean, it was mostly due because everyone was sick and got COVID and you know, disgusting infections, or our kids were very sick. But
yeah, I had nothing, but I was just over it.
I know I like an old man. I found myself watching a load of old Mr. Perfect matches. Good God, man, he's so good. I
just watched yesterday, and I think it was like a pre-Raw taping of Brock Lesnar versus Mr. Perfect. And I'm like, it's just so crazy that Brock is still around too. And you don't necessarily think about him when you think of longevity, because I know he left for a few years UFC, but like he was around during that time.
2002. Yeah. Early 2002.
Just speaking of longevity, can I just tell you guys, AJ Styles has been in WWE longer than The Rock was a full-time performer in WWE.
Shut up. I believe it.
96.
AJ Styles is on his third career, because I think him and Rey Mysterio and maybe one other person I can't think of off the top of my head are like the only active wrestlers that still wrestled in WCW. Because it's been some time.
Yeah, Styles. Yeah.
Think about it.
Did I miss anything with the 20-year anniversary for Rey? By the way, I'm guessing you two both watch Raw.
You missed
Do you mean the celebration?
Just don't. You missed nothing.
Yeah, you did.
They had a cute.
match,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. We're not even watching. JJ, I'm sorry.
That was a really messy tope suicida.
There are 3 matches of people debuting on WWE that really stick in my mind. There's John Cena versus there's John Cena versus Kurt Angle, right? We all remember that, where he came out with ruthless aggression.
We remember.
He lost. Amazing. Kevin Owens versus John Cena when he was the NXT champion and came out for the US Open Challenge. Lost, but got over. And then this match, Daniel Bryan versus Chris Jericho. Spoiler alert, lost, but got over. And I think those are like really, really good examples of how you can get someone over in defeat.
You don't have to win.
And WWE do not do this enough. And I think it's something that AEW are quite good at. But like
Jericho's
someone like Bryan, who is a rookie, taking someone like Jericho to the limit and almost doing it. Same as Cena did versus Angle, same as Owens did versus Cena. I think it says a lot. And they really put a lot into Bryan very, very early, even though you might not think they did.
And it doesn't have to be just for somebody. It doesn't have to be just for somebody that's coming in new, right? JJ, another good example is when Jeff Hardy versus The Undertaker on Raw. That really...
I can't
you
do
are
that.
A fool.
I really can't do that. I'm so cool. Like to be fair, I don't like the Young Bucks when they cosplayed as the Hardys.
I know, that was cute. That was cute. But like Jeff had been around for years, but as a tag team wrestler and was crossing over and getting respect as a single star. So it doesn't necessarily just need to be that. Could we talk about tag team wrestling for 2 seconds?
Please.
Yeah.
Where are the women's tag team belts?
In WWE?
Put them in a trash can, right?
Well, no, that was the NXT.
No.
Alundra, go ahead.
Oh, they're different ones.
Didn't they say on Raw this week? I didn't watch all of it, but didn't they say on Raw this week that they're going to have a tournament?
The Miz is attacking his protege. What the hell?
Because he lost.
This is the murder beef. Okay, let's watch this and go back.
This is how you get someone over as a babyface, Jack.
Yeah.
Listen, Vince, don't you give me that Vince McMahon bullshit, right?
Come on, pal.
They are so lucky he's as good as
but
he
look,
is.
I'd never seen this guy before. And after this 45-minute show, I was invested in Daniel Bryan, whoever the fuck he was.
Wait, so you'd never heard of him? Like you literally zero knowledge.
I'd never seen a match of his. I'd heard the name. But that was about
this
it.
Fucking Vanilla Midget guy on the Indies. You were all Michael Cole about him. Like, he took a massive bad bump on his side.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nasty. But after watching him, JJ, you thought this guy's bless you. God bless you. This guy's bless you. All right, don't
sit.
Yeah, please, darling. You thought he was legit. And he tapped out straight away. I don't want to be that guy. I just can't like anything with the Miz. I'm sorry.
So let's do the reverse, because Jack, you're usually the expert, and usually
we go back and watch 1985.
So Jack, this is your first viewing of NXT season 1. What are your thoughts?
Hold on, we've got a minute here. They're going to have a little chat with some of the rookies, I guess.
Oh, God.
Oh, is that
Sorry.
it? Okay.
Hold that thought.
I love this theme song. Oh, Danny Young. I'm pretty sure I downloaded this on whatever phone I had at the time.
Download! When you had to download stuff for $1 or however, I don't know if it was free back then.
Just a little too fast. Anyway, right.
The guy who was like Punk's guy, right? The guy who was kind of being a bit
Darren Young.
That was a bit weird.
Got squashed in 10 seconds by David
Slater, the guy with the weird hair. The AJ Styles hair. That was a bit weird.
We didn't even see Ryback.
This is
feature on this episode.
You mocked me for making us watch some shit. That was awful.
I enjoy it.
Weird 2-3 minute squashes with some big beefy men standing around posing.
You had
look at my pecs.
A good 10-minute main event, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. We're watching a promo. I thought, what is this show? That's the guy who became the Brodus Clay. He was like a dinosaur, a dancing dinosaur or something, right? Stegosaurus?
Clay. No.
Brodus Clay, yeah.
Byron Saxton. He's a wrestler. He's a commentator.
Byron Saxton's now a commentator. I guess you're looking at season 2.
What the fuck is Johnny Curtis? He sounds like a geography teacher.
So in season 2,
it's moved on to December 14th, 2010, and it came up with people like Conor O'Brien and Derek Bateman and
Derek Bateman.
Byron Saxton's just the guy that Corey Graves always laughs at on commentary, right?
Yeah, he was in series 2 of NXT, I think.
Matt Striker thinks he's legit by wearing a waistcoat. Anyway,
was
Bray
Wyatt in season 2 of NXT as Husky Harris?
Yes, Husky Harris.
There you go.
They actually called somebody Husky.
And that's why, and that's why the pig in the Playhouse was called Huskus, right? He was mocking his previous selves.
Yeah, they had Mr. Perfect's son in there as Michael McGillicuddy, and you're you look at him, and you know that boy is a Hennig.
McGillicuddy is Beulah from ECW.
Yeah, his name was Michael McGillicuddy in NXT. So it's just but okay. I mean, look at now.
As bad as what Hecking. What's his name?
But you have Mr. Perfect's son on the roster. Make a reference to it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just how it is, though. I mean, now The Rock's daughter is wrestling in NXT, and she's developing to wrestle there, and her name is Ava Rain, I believe. So it is what it is, guys.
But it's no Michael Hickinbottom, is it? You know, so it's a better name than that.
Well, you know what, Hitman. That's my show, but that wouldn't be very Triple H, didn't it? Well, you know what, Hitman.
So, Jack, you're telling us you hated it? Is that was the
Jack hates it?
The conclusion.
It's
just not. It's just I watching that was just so Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
and you can see why when Triple H and William Regal got in charge of it, NXT looked nothing like that.
Yeah, it was a completely different show. That when Triple H was in charge of NXT Black and Gold, it was a wrestling show. It wasn't a pseudo reality show kind of thing.
So we have 9 minutes, and Lissy has to go very soon because she's very important, and it's birthday week. Happy birthday, Lissy Almeida.
I have to go now. It's 5 o'clock here. We've reached
21st.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Lissy, where are you going?
I'm just going home.
Oh,
going home.
Yeah, I'm not traveling anywhere. It's so funny. People are like, "Where are you going? I know you're going on a trip." I'm like, "I'm just going home. I just want to be with my people."
Home is Boston,
Massachusetts.
Yeah, God's country.
Check out David Otunga's
get to see the nephew this week?
Oh no, I'm gonna see him. So my mom is visiting. My nephew was born a week ago today. Today's his 7th.
Congratulations, Lissy.
Thank you. His name is Cabral, which is our grandfather's last name. So a very sentimental family name. So welcome Cabral to the family. But I'm gonna see him next month. We're taking shifts, so my mom is visiting now, and I'll go when my mom leaves to keep. Don't have too many people in the house. It's too much.
Carnage anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But yeah, thank you guys.
When they're a week old, they don't do anything. They just sleep and they poo and they drink milk.
I know. He'll be much more like Mila is. I was there the weekend before he was born. Mila is so fun right now. Like she's a little bit over. She was 15 months now. Right? No, she's not 2. She's 15 months. She's so fun right now. Like we go play outside. She has her little.
She's really advanced for 15 months.
Oh yeah. She's when you say so. It's like I'm Tia Lisi. So like when you say Mila, do Tia Lisi, she goes. Because like we always hiss like cats. It's just an inside joke.
You got a thing going, yeah.
Yeah, proud aunt moments. But yes, I've got to go, lads. I'm going to the airport. Going to Boston today. Yeah.
Enjoy it, love. Have a great weekend and happy birthday.
Thank you.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Are you going to
See you
go,
later.
JJ? Are you going to go to Mayfair and toast her accordingly this week?
You better.
I'm gonna go there, right there, and sleep.
You better go to Mayfair and have dinner at Park Chinwa. You better go to Hakkasan. You better go to, I think it's like Mayfair Lounge or like one of those like cute little bars has like little, okay,
Mayfair,
write it down. Yeah, do it.
I'll track it, JJ. I'll send you
All my spots.
So
Okay.
JJ and I are quite, I'm not going to say poor, but we're not living in 5-star restaurants, you know. Might get a Ramson's now and again. Might get a niche reference. Nobody's
You're
watching.
so dramatic.
Might get a nice Malak's Pizzeria
We
Plaza.
don't spend our Wednesday evenings DJing on boats in bikinis. So I'm saying.
And on that note, it's been John Jacobs. She's been listening. And I've been Jack Miller. We'll see you all for episode 10. Double figures. You got to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all very much.
Thank
See
you
you
for
next week.
1,000.
Peace.
Adam Cole signing off.